Kris King of Louisville Pod, hanging out with Marc Maron at the Louisville Improv.
Yeah, the Little Improv's big Improv.
The Louisville Improv.
Louisville.
Right?
Louisville.
Good show tonight.
Thank you, man.
How was it for a first night?
It was good. It was just how I like it. You know, half a house. Of very good people. I have a lot of fans out there.
Right.
And I like to sort of get it going real good and then just let the bottom fall out about a third of the way in. Make it touch and go for a little while. Try to do my most challenging jokes right around check time, so they have no hope of surfacing.
Right.
And then tie it all around with the a big pussy joke.
Right.
Yeah.
You just kill it.
A lot of guys go with the cock joke. I go with the pussy joke at the end right now.
Yeah, soften it up a little bit.
Yeah. You gotta
Did you fly in from New York today?
I flew in from New York.
Yeah.
I did on a small plane. It was exciting.
A little less exciting than from
The Cleveland thing. No,
yeah.
that was a bad situation. And now I'm a bit crippled from that. I was over the fear of flying, but now I'm once again frightened of flying. I don't know when that'll go away. But the little planes, there's something about little planes. Like the illusion is not in place.
Right.
When you're in a big plane, you actually think like maybe we're not really flying. Everything's okay. And you can kind of believe that. On a little plane, you're like, oh no, it's fucking right there on the ground. But I feel safer that way for some reason.
Right.
I like being part of the flying process, as opposed to being pretending like this is some sort of luxury situation. No, little plane, people right there. If shit gets real, it's gonna be an intimate situation.
Right.
Smaller amount of people screaming. Maybe a little more time for human connection.
Less people know about it. Maybe
Yeah,
it'll be the biggest name on the plane if it goes down. So
well, there's that hope.
There's
always that
somebody
hope.
else to live in infamy. You'll be the one, probably.
You're hoping. I'm always scouting little planes for that kind of stuff. But you never know. There might be a titan of industry, or perhaps somebody who writes cooking books that I would not recognize.
You never
and I would
know.
hate to go down, next, and be sort of upstaged by the pie lady.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst things could happen.
You never know. Rachel Reagan
Pie lady dies, and Marc Maron, who was just about to have his time.
He's got a podcast or something.
Yeah.
Out there or something. You got any plans for being in Louisville when you go to these towns? You just kind of hang out. You kind of scout the cities and.
I usually make it an excuse to eat things that are bad for me. That's usually what I do. Is I
go to Nashville.
Sure. Yeah, I had the Princess Chicken, and I paid for that dearly. I had gastrointestinal problems. I was shitting fire for 2 days, and then I was there were interior scars that my tear ducts were still fucked up. I had it on my skin. Made the mistake of touching my balls.
Right.
I don't know how many times I got to do that before I realized that I like it. But how many times can you make that mistake? I just ate buffalo wings.
Right.
Oh, what did I do? I don't know, but I can feel it.
Well, you got the podcast, which I'm surprised you didn't mention or plug on the stage for those people who don't know. You maybe just brought
That's
it
a
up.
good idea. You should make that.
Take it down.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of your podcast, and the first time I heard you was on the Adam Carolla show, and then I started listening to you after that, and been a pretty loyal follower since then. And the first interview after that I heard was the Gallagher interview.
Yeah.
Which I think it was a great interview to start on. Just
because he left.
What an asshole!
Like a child.
At least he stayed long enough to do a whole show. I mean, imagine.
It was like a half a show, and I didn't know that he was going to storm out.
And
I was
vamped a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I was genuinely surprised. I mean, I didn't have to put it up, but I thought it was a good portrait of something. I was surprised he left, but it made for a. I think it got him more attention than it's had in a while.
I think you might be right.
But he was really not pleasant.
We're doing an independent documentary. Louisville Pod is in Louisville on Louisville comedy, and you're kind of a pioneer of the podcasting world. It's taken off. What can you say about podcasting as a comedian? What can it do for you as a comedian? Where's the future of podcasting as a comic?
Well, what it did for me is it really changed the game in that I got sort of lucky in that the medium was sort of blowing up, and the only thing I know is that there's no telling, like anything else, like with stand-up or anything else. You can't, you can put something out there, and who knows why people come to it or stay with it. I would say that the biggest rule is to be consistent and to be regular and to do it enough so people can build a relationship with your show. like, you know, a lot of people are like, I did one and nothing happened. So we did another one like 3 weeks later, and then I don't know, we might do another one. I mean, the one decision we made early on was to do it twice a week, Monday and Thursday, and also, you know, production is, it's good, make it good. I mean, we've got the technology. There's no reason to have a shitty sounding thing or a thing that looks shitty. I mean, it doesn't cost that much to make shit look good. And as far as what it can do for a comic, I don't know. You know, mine really raised the awareness of me, and it raised, and people, you know, love the show. They have a relationship with the show, and so I do draw a few people. You know, I'm not selling out theaters, but I do have a fairly loyal following that seem to travel and bring me presents. That's
right.
great.
And it puts you on that pedestal to raise your awareness for other people. You know, a younger generation who may not have grown up with you when you were younger doing your thing, but like you said, twice a week, you're in my head. You know, we have a relationship that you don't really know about, but I do, and you know, it's just a bond. The podcast, you got the earbuds in, you're just doing your thing. You're driving, you're cleaning, you're picking your kids up from school. These are the things I do. I'm a musician. I work at night, so I stay home and I do all these things.
You have
during
kids?
the day. Yeah.
How old are you?
28.
3 kids, 28. Holy shit, full plate.
Right.
But the thing you're saying about these things is true. On audio podcast, it's a very personal relationship. You know, people listen to it in a very, you know, one-on-one way.
Right.
And you know, I certainly appreciate that. I also like that people who like you are in comedy, and you get an opportunity to hear these dudes that you may not ever get to talk to.
Oh yeah.
Or you may not get to know.
Right.
Like, I mean, I never knew most of the people on my show as well as I know them now.
Yeah.
And I just think that if I were a comic starting out and I could listen to a Tal or Louis or anybody, you know, just talk like they talk to a person,
right?
It would have blown my mind. So I'm happy to provide that.
Yeah.
And I'm also happy to have the opportunity to apologize to the entire industry.
Right. And I was going to say, you know, I was going to ask, do we have any beef, or is there anything problems?
Not yet. I mean, it was a little dicey at the beginning. I mean, but I think we worked it out.
Because, you know.
Well, now I know you a little bit. You got 3 kids, you know,
right.
And you know, you're in that world, and you know, you don't need my bullshit.
No.
Yeah, I have only respect for you.
But I don't mind it. You know, I'm not a comic myself. I just enjoy comedy.
Now we got a problem.
Oh,
see, now I thought I was talking to a peer.
Shit.
And now this guy's just this fucking guy feeding off of what we do because of his interest.
I love comedy, and I love music. It's a music, comedy, and entertainment, and a blog about our city, because I'm passionate about where we live and all art forms. I'm a working musician.
What do you play?
I play guitar, sing.
What kind of guitar you got?
Taylor.
Taylor acoustic?
Yeah.
No electrics?
I have a Fender Telecaster, but
that's good guitar.
Yeah, I like it. I prefer the acoustic though. It's what I learned on. It's what I grew up with.
So how do you see yourself? Sort of a Jack Johnson kind of person, or more of a Waylon Jennings?
No, more of a Jack White.
Oh yeah, on the acoustic?
On the kind of like a mixture between, you know, if.
So you really beat the shit out of that acoustic then? Huh?
Yeah.
That's good.
I break strings all the time. Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
So kind of that, you know, kind of the new rock, but
blues.
You got the blues and the old country vibe.
Yeah.
Jack White's the best thing going in music, I think, right now.
You like that guy, huh?
Yeah. The Black Keys are.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, if I'd known that the garbage I was playing when I started playing would be so big, I would have like planned differently.
Right.
That's all I play is that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Some guy sent me a guitar. I just got a new guitar.
Really? What kind?
J45 Gibson.
Nice.
Been looking for one for years. And then Brendan Small, God bless him. I was like, you can hook me up with a guy? Because, you know, Brendan's like got the Metalocalypse.
Right.
And he let me do a voice on the new season. I played their first guitar player. So, like, the scene I had to do was a flashback to me snapping. You know. And he set me up with this dude and got me such a great price on a brand new J45 that they mailed me. And you never know if it's going to be a good one.
When
I got a good one.
Yeah.
I'm so thrilled.
He's going to pick it out in person.
No, some other guy sent me a guitar.
Really?
You ever hear of Nash Guitars?
Mm-mm.
He builds his own guitars. I think he's in Nashville, or maybe he's not. He's like he's sending me a semi-hollow Telecaster.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Oh,
Some guy
yeah.
built me a guitar cabinet. I wish I was a more serious musician and people were giving me some.
I remember you talking about the guitar cabinet. That's
Yeah. You've got the cats on it.
Custom. Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna jam.
Yeah, we can jam.
Yeah.
You gonna be in town all week?
Yeah?
Yeah, let's jam. I'm playing a show. You should come out and sit in. And
When's that?
Well, I got 2 shows this week. Friday night at Wick's Pizza in Middletown.
Working.
Yeah, I know you're working. I'll stay late night though.
Yeah,
Or we can just jam out here in 4th Street or whatever you want to do.
You
However you
got
want to do
guitar?
it. We can sit on the sidewalk or whatever.
Well, that might work out.
Do the damn thing.
I'm going to say that we're going to do it, you know, and
Yeah.
it's documented.
Right.
So if we don't do it, don't call me an asshole.
Right. Oh, when you and Ed Helms jammed. Oh my God, that was one of my favorite episodes ever.
That's good times, right?
Oh man, I played it over and over. Just y'all's jam. Just
It was so fun, you know, because outside of the fact that he was wheezing from cat allergies,
right.
I think we had a pretty good time. I was so glad he brought the banjo. I made him go out and get it.
Yeah, really?
Because I had the guitar. I'm like, I'm sure I can follow.
Yeah.
You know, it worked out pretty good. You know who's going to do the show? Nick Lowe. You know who Nick Lowe is?
No.
He was one of the sort of like pioneers of that new pop around the time that Elvis Costello came out. He was with that crew of British dudes. But he's a very well-respected pop musician. And now he's become sort of a pretty deep songwriter. I think he's still married to Roseanne Cash, if I'm not mistaken. But he's going to have some good stories. And they asked me if he should bring his guitar. I'm like, hell yeah, bring the guitar.
Cool.
Maybe I'll get to jam with Nick Lowe.
Nice. Well, I can't wait to hear that. And you can check that out on Marc's podcast, WTF Pod. And once again, thanks, Marc. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Yep.